when we talk about compensation, I think we have to remember, it's so important that we have to remember who we're talking about here and who the quote unquote enemy is, right?
Yeah.
And so when we were getting paid, when staff pharmacists were getting paid and technicians and everyone who was helping out, it's because the reimbursement was appropriate, right? Yeah. We were getting paid the appropriate amount of money for the value we were providing. And when the public health emergency expired on May 11th this year, all of that went away. And so now we are not getting reimbursed appropriately. And so, you know, a chain staff pharmacist can be mad at their employer for not paying them. What they have to understand is I'm pretty sure their employer would if they could pay them, depending on the company. Yeah. They're not getting paid anymore either, right? It's like the same thing. So we have a hospital right on the corner and the nurses went on strike for fair wages and everyone wanted to support the nurses. And I was like, I don't know if we're fighting the right fight. Why aren't we fighting the insurance companies who aren't paying the appropriate amount for the service that we're all providing, right? They keep asking more and more of us, and we keep doing it because we all took this Hippocratic oath, which was probably the worst business decision we ever made in our life. And now
it wasn't a business decision, right? That's the problem. It wasn't a business decision.
It wasn't. But now we all do this because we're all good people, right? And we all want to take care of our fellow brothers and sisters. But, you know, because of it, these insurance companies are continuing to take advantage of that. And I just think it's heading in the wrong direction.
Interesting. Yeah. And it is this challenge I think I see as I watch the industry as a whole. Providers get more and more squeezed, right? Because you are stuck in the middle. So let's talk how, if you're an owner of a pharmacy, right, how you can think about the different ways you can get compensated fairly for the work of delivering vaccines to the population. We'll stick with that one for now.
So okay, keep me focused. So I think the first thing we have to talk about when it comes to reimbursement is remember, especially you long-term care pharmacies out there listening to me, that there's multiple fields to fill in when you're asking for reimbursement, and make sure that not only are they all filled in, but they're all filled in appropriately. So for instance, on the prescription side, we have to fill in the residence code, right? And we have to make sure we're getting the right dispensing fee for that. For vaccines, we have to make sure that we're not only asking for payment for the product, but we're also asking for payment for the service that we are providing, for the injection fee or the administration fee or whatever the insurance company that you're billing calls it. And not only are we asking for that fee, we're asking for the appropriate amount. And so as we know for the product, we always ask for AWP or more because we know that they're going to pay AWP or less. It's the same thing on the injection fee.
Yeah.
So we have to ask for the injection fee that is at least as high as the most you've ever gotten paid for an injection fee or more, because we all know they're going to pay for whatever we ask for, not necessarily what we're supposed to be paid for.
Right. Super interesting. And then how do you think about, or do you sort of monitor when it hits the pharmacy benefit versus hitting the medical benefit?
So what we do is we bill every vaccine first through the prescription benefit.
Okay.
And although I don't have extensive data, but although we do know that perhaps sometimes the medical benefit does pay more, like if you're comparing $1 to $1.25, that's more. For us, getting that extra 25 cents, it costs us so much to get there, where we'd rather know in real time that we are getting paid and how much we're getting paid. So we bill the prescription benefit first. If it doesn't go through the prescription benefit, then we kick over to the medical benefit. But that's just what we've done at our pharmacy.
Yeah, it's the revenue cycle question, right? Of like and it is this balance. We have this debate because oftentimes if it hits the medical benefit, it does pay a little bit more. But you don't, one of the beauties of pharmacy and the way pharmacies are built is it's pretty real time, right? You know what you're going to get paid. There are a few other places in healthcare where that happens.
Yes. As I wade into this world of medical billing, I'm like, I don't know how you guys live. Like, it's amazing to me that they provide all these services that they could, of course, never get back, right? Like you can't get the surgery back, right? And they have no idea what they're getting paid for that or when. And I'm just like, I can't believe it.